will start just by discussing a little bit of the work and the sacred stars. So the most important thing is when we were initially created, okay, in the initial creation of man was in the image and likeness of light. So your purest original emanation was one of light. And it's from that light, in its very long journey, that it actually manifested into physical reality. So we could say if you go just past the veil of fourth dimension, there is no physical reality like we know it. So from the place of your divine heart, or from the sacred star, when you look down here upon earth, none of this is solid. Now, the divine is looking and present with us and looking right through the building. There is no solidity. There is no physicality. So we happen to be, here in a physical universe, in a physical world. And initially when we first came into this reality, and we can just call it, it's a third dimensional reality with consciousness, which makes it fourth dimension. So that means the fourth dimension is stream of thought, consciousness. So since there is consciousness within this physical reality, it's a fourth dimensional reality. If you go just to the next level, none of this solidity exists. Mind and ego are completely non-existent. Mind and ego only exist here. It's part of this reality. And it wasn't originally part of the blueprint, so to speak. The initial incarnations into this reality, they didn't dream as of yet of mind and ego. They were not dreaming. They were living in the present. When you actually live in this reality in the present, you are not confined to material reality. When you live in the present, that means you are a multi-dimensional being in a physical reality. The present is being connected to all the higher dimensional truth. The present is being aware of the past and the future as now. The present cannot define past or future separate than now. The only way you can describe or define past or future is by having a mind. Mind is the measurement of time. Take away the measurement of past and future in time, and mind ceases to exist. The ego is the clothing of that mind. And as that mind became more and more attached to beliefs and ideas confining its reality, ego was the clothing that it took on. So the more attached you are, the more you are winding yourself in the cocoon. But the beauty of it all is the caterpillar, the child of the butterfly, the baby, the egg of the butterfly, right, lives its life, here really without an ego initially, so to speak, metaphorically. The caterpillar is crawling around on the branches, eating leaves, not even aware that it's going to wrap itself up. The evolution hasn't happened. The caterpillar has no idea it's going to make a cocoon. Can't conceptualize the cocoon. But there's a certain point in the evolution of the caterpillar. There's something that happens, and the caterpillar's time comes. Same with mankind. We fell asleep. The beauty of it is, it's the natural process. We wrap ourselves up in this dream with all our threads of attachment, just like the caterpillar. And we keep rolling around in all of our attachments and all these ideas, beliefs, and concepts. And we encase ourselves. Eventually, we completely imprison ourselves, But again, it's a necessary part of the process. The mind and ego is a perfect part of human evolution. It's just a phase of human evolution. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's actually absolutely part of the plan. It was not a mistake. So then we happen to be coming into a paradigm. We're coming into a paradigm where there are basically no longer the need to be in the cocoon. And actually in the new paradigm that's coming, the cocoon, you know, unless you want to stay in the cocoon, is going to fall away. You know, if you are ready, you are going to emerge out of this mind, awaken from this dream. You're going to let go of all concept of past and future and time. And you're going to move into the present. Just like the caterpillar, when it's ready, is going to open and come out of the cocoon. When the caterpillar comes out of the cocoon, and as soon as it exits out, it's basically almost instantaneously would look at the cocoon and wonder what it was. Would sort of see the cocoon, you know, maybe initially would realize it came out of that cocoon, but it would look at the cocoon and wonder, you know, what was that? Who made this thing? Whose cocoon is this anyway? And as the caterpillar is now, you know, opening these wings and becoming the butterfly, if it was even to see another caterpillar, it wouldn't identify with it as itself. As soon as the butterfly flies away from the cocoon, say it flies around the tree, comes back and sits on the branch, and sees another caterpillar, it would not necessarily know that that was who it was. It wouldn't really be able to identify any longer with the caterpillar. It would look at the cocoon, it may not even be able to recognize the fact that it came out of there. There would be no recognition. So in this particular work, because we're coming into the paradigm, this is the butterfly freer work kind of thing. You know, this is basically helping you to align to the higher paradigm. It's helping you to align to your, you know, divine self. It's helping you to have your system reactivated, your DNA, your entire physicality reactivated, you know, to a place within you that is before mind, before time, before ego. It's reactivating a part of you where that doesn't even exist. Before you fell asleep, before you started dreaming. And it's in your system because, again, you were designed that way.